Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Benedict. I'm bringing you God of War 3 on Chaos difficulty mode, and this is the Maze Gardens. So I used to hate this stage with the passion of 1,000 burning suns, or however that old saying goes. But I've really developed a special fondness over it of late, and the reason is just because I find it interesting that there's a lot of hidden things, and I like the enemies. I even enjoyed fighting the satyrs, although they're cheap-ass guys, to be sure. I do edit out all these scenes with Hera, just because who cares. And I did also want to point out that you should be upgrading the Nemean Cestus, and don't let these guys steal your kills over here. So get this woman, kill her, and then head on over here to the left, so these guys don't. What I mean, steal your kills. Like if you're fighting around these guys, sometimes they'll hit the person, and then that'll rob you of your 5 bonus points plus however much those guys yield. This is pretty cool. I got a couple of cool angles over here, like this right there. It was pretty tight. The reason I said you need to upgrade the Nemean Cestus is that it will make your life easier. That boss is so cheap. I really hate that boss. But it's a hell of a lot easier if you have the Nemean Cestus up to level 5, which is entirely possible if you've been, in the last video, if you got all those orbs, and that's exactly what I did. So my Nemean Cestus right now is up to level 4, and, we still got a little ways to go before the Scorpion boss fight, but, it's not that far, so you really need to make sure that you upgrade that if you want to, because it's going to be you need that weapon to kill the boss, his legs, and it goes, it doesn't go that fast even on level 5, but you want as much advantage as you can in that room, or excuse me, on that fight. So grab this, and I would recommend killing these enemies, and then getting all these chests, and then saving, and then killing the next wave and also saving, because what I was experiencing was I was on the satyrs, and I was trying to practice these guys because I wanted to fight them. I was kind of interested how they worked in comparison to God of War 2. So anyway, when I say save it, I just mean clear these enemies, and then okay, clear these enemies, grab the box down the hall where you see the red box over there, and then clear the other undead legionnaires, and then go back and save it. And the reason I say that is because I was experiencing instances where I was dying on the satyrs, because they can kill you very quickly, and they're tough, and more than anything else, they're cheap. But I was trying to practice on those guys, like I said, and then it threw me right into this battle here. So it's like, what the hell? I just cleared. Normally, I would assume they would have given me a checkpoint right where the satyrs started. So I don't know if it was unique to my situation, but if it happened to me, it probably could happen to you too. So I would definitely, before you even go over to the satyrs, and you know where they are. We always know where the satyrs are in this game. So here I'm just trying to practice with the Nemesis Whip a bit. I am going to be getting more moves for it. So currently I don't have. I think it's only on level 1. If you didn't know, also you could switch weapons other than pressing the up, down, left, and right buttons on the D-pad. You can press the L1 and X button to alternate between the weapons, and the way it works is that you will switch to the next weapon down. So if you have the blades equipped, you'll switch to the claws. If you have the claws, you'll switch to the Cestus, and then if you have the Cestus, you'll switch to this weapon that I'm using currently, this Nemesis Whip. So that's the order it goes in. It just kind of corresponds. So what did I do over here? I think I'm backtracking to get some health, and then even though you don't see me save it, just take for granted that I did go back and save it, because I did right over here. I went back and saved it. So here are the satyrs for the first time in this game, and you can block all of their moves except when you're going to see them jump off the wall. And here I'm going to start. Yes, okay. What did I do here? I started sparring with these guys. Now, if I'm sure everybody knows that when you're sparring with them on the ground, tapping the circle button, they're the unique case in this game where you can get interrupted in the process of sparring with an enemy or grabbing an enemy. These guys are their own unique selves, so they have to have their own set of rules. So the move you can't block is when they're jumping at you and they're hooking you with their weapon and then throwing you down. That move cannot be blocked. So just whenever, again, these guys, they're like the race. They're very, very difficult when they're in packs, but when they're all alone, they're easy. They're easy as shit. And that doesn't mean they stop being cheap, because they're cheap by their very programming. I got hooked right there, got pissed. I think I dropped magic. Yeah, I dropped magic. I like to use the Nemesis Whips magic to kill these guys sometimes, but I only have it up to level 1, and the magic upgrade for that weapon occurs at level 3. So just don't be afraid to use magic. You're going to get all your magic back by the end of this maze garden sequence. There's plenty, and there's no real enemies anymore after these guys. So is there or not? No, this is the last set of enemies on this whole area, so don't even worry about it. Just freely use your magic. And here, this guy, I think I finished him off right here. Yeah, I love that animation. It's so rewarding. So head on over here, and I want to point out something important over here. Don't go through the gate. Don't go straight ahead right there where that you can't see the gate, but I actually didn't see that bitch either. She was getting in my way. But you see the area right to my right? Don't go down that path. Otherwise, the gate will go up behind you, and then the checkpoint is right behind you. So every time you try to restart the checkpoint, you're out of you can't access that chest that I just got or any of these other boxes over here. So definitely don't go through that gate unless you want to restart from a previous checkpoint. So I just love finding these people and killing them. It's fun. That's what Jeffrey Dahmer probably said, right? Oh God, I am not a murderer. I just like killing people in video games. So here's a nice box. What does it have for us? A Gorgonite. It's awesome. Okay, cool. So we have maxed out. So we have as much magic and health as we possibly can. We just need to get another horn or two, and then so this is the area. See right here, the gate goes up, and that's the checkpoint area. So you can't stop it. So here was a little cutscene I edited out. I think it was a cutscene. Yeah, it was a scene, but I kept this transitional footage in here just to show you what it was, because these scenes I always leave in because it's trying to direct you to something. So when the screen turns green, that just means that the time is being stopped and we can go forth. So head on up here, and this part right here, it's nothing that like that what we just did. That doesn't require you to do a single thing. As far as like manipulating time, but so open this gate, and then you want to jump backwards, or at least I tried to, and then I don't like when there's like an open area like that you could clearly logically jump over or jump off of, but they don't let you in games. I don't know. They do that a lot in Lords of Shadow. They give you a little more freedom in this game, I feel. But here's a nice check. Maybe this is the last horn we need. What do we have here? Yeah. So we have acquired all of the accessories that give us item, health, and magic upgrades. So you see our bars are completely full. That's the most you can get. So it's really crucial that you get those as soon as possible. So now every other of those boxes that would normally give us the I say this every time I do a God of War guide. Anyway, so just turn this staircase with the R2 button. Not the R2 button, the right analog stick, and just place it right here. But what I was saying, and like I say every time I do a God of War guide, you need to get all the items as fast as you can, so that when you come upon the item boxes in a subsequent time in the game where you would normally get an item upgrade or an item pickup, it'll just give you red orbs, so it'll expedite all your upgrades for your weapons and stuff like that. So I didn't shove this thing all the way over to the left, although I should have. I thought it would mess something up. So here's the cutscene I edited out with Hera. Hera's dead. We killed her. She was talking trash about Pandora, so we had to put that bitch down. And so just push this. Okay, after you fire the Bracken, push this over there, and then I was really flustered the first time I ever tried to figure this out, and I figured it out completely by accident. And I still don't even know what the logic is behind all this stuff. I just do what I know I'm supposed to do. So now the idea is that we're on that pressure switch, but time is only stopped for a certain amount of time, so we need to hustle and do things quickly. But we're not on a timer right now. Right now we're just trying to get this item, and we will need to use the right analog stick to move it twice, and then that's the position you need it at, and then we're going to drag it down and put it in another area. So I don't like puzzles whatsoever. I'm not a Zelda person by far. I just don't like puzzles. I like killing people. So just drag this over Hera's dead body, and then slide it home here, and then it's going to do this transitional scene, and we need to put Hera where she belongs, into that chalice, because she was a lush, and she liked her wine. So. And that was probably the reason why she was talking trash. She was drunk, and that's no excuse. So now we're going to put her where she belongs. And this is on a timer, by the way, but it's really not even an issue whatsoever. So that's going to cause the chalice to go down, and then that's it with Hera. We don't have to interact with her anymore. But the next thing we need to do, and the final thing, is just to move this block back to the pressure switch and place it on the pressure switch, because that will enable us to go to the end of the section. And if you don't place this on the pressure switch, you'll get about halfway to where you need to go, and then the time will go back to being normal, and all the platforms will not be available for you to use. So that's the end of the Maze Gardens. I still have a little bit to be talking over, though, and I also edited out the scene after this where he just crushes the stone that he acquired. Not much of a big deal. So everything is back to normal in the Maze Gardens, and then we're going to do some harpy agitation next, and then cross this chasm. So in the IGN review, I remember the reviewer, he was complaining about this area, that it looked subpar, not as good as the other sections. And I've always remembered that remark. So that's another reason I don't like negativity and watching reviews sometimes, because sometimes things stick with you, negative things. But this game I think it got a 9.2 by IGN standards. So looking forward to seeing as high of a score for God of War Ascension. When God of War 3 came out, though, I hadn't even finished God of War 1 and 2, though. I was really new to this whole franchise. I came into the game late, so. But I am a diehard fan now. I'm a hooked gamer by any standards you want to measure. And that's not bragging or anything. I'm proud to be a God of War fan. It's a quality title. It's the best game I've ever played, or ever hoped to play. So head on over here and get this chest, get that hidden item, and then hit the save point.